Okay, here's a quick guide to adding music or other sounds to your text games. As you can see, there are 9 steps, so it's a little bit involved, and that's why I'm making a video. So the first step is we have to download the external library that we're going to use to play the music. So go to bit.ly, FHS music, jar file, and download it. Here's what that looks like. So bit.ly, FHS music, jar file, and I hit enter. And it allows me to download, which I will do. It might open a message that says that this could harm your computer, and that's okay. We're going to keep it anyway. And so now it's in my downloads. So let's go find it inside the downloads. All right, so here it is in my downloads. It's called jl1.0.jar. And I'm going to take it and I'm going to drag it straight into this top level folder inside IntelliJ for my project. And it's asking me, do I want to move the file there? And the answer is yes. So I'll just click OK, and you should see it appear right there. So now we've done steps 1 and steps 2. Step 3 is to add it as an actual library in our project. So if you select it and right-click on it, down here it says Add as Library, and you can just click OK. So now it's available to be used. And now we're going to create a new class that will define a new kind of object. So right-click and say New Java Class, call it MP3. And now you're going to delete this part and then paste the entire contents from the email into this file. So here's what it looks like. I'm going to paste starting at the top here from import all the way to the bottom. And I'll hit Control S to save it. So this is now defining a new type of object called an MP3 object. And we're getting really close to being able to use it. I actually have to put music into my project now, though. So starting at the top level folder, right-click, and say New Directory. The word directory is another name for folder. And I'm going to create a folder called Data. There it is. Now you actually have to find an MP3 file and move it into Data. So here's a great Cuban band from the 1970s. So I'm going to... I'm not going to drag it because that would actually move it. Instead, I'm going to copy and then paste. And I'm going to call it backgrounds.mp3. So name it whatever you want. And you can see the file exists inside here. All right, so we're almost done now. The last step, let's see, what have we done? So we've downloaded the MP3 file, we've created the data folder, we've moved the MP3 file into the data folder, we've made our MP3 class. Great, so now all we have to do is this code down here. So I'm going to copy it, and then this is my adventure game. I haven't really made it yet. So I'm going to paste that. Ooh, yuck. Okay, so here's a couple things. I'll probably try and fix this before I actually send it to you. So make sure these MP3s are lowercase. These quotes are fancy quotes, as you can see, because they're kind of angled left and right. Replace these with just regular quotes. So delete them and then use the regular quotes just on your keyboard. So these are not going to work because we don't actually have a file called yourfile.mp3. My file is called background.mp3. So you have to look and see what is the name of your music file and then use that here. And what this is saying is let's create a new MP3 object that's going to get loaded from that file. Since I only have one, I'm going to delete this second one, but if you had lots of different sounds, you could create several different objects, and you just give them different variable names here. Okay, so sound1 is the actual name of my music object. So I can say sound1.play, and that starts at playing. When I want to stop at playing, I can say sound1.close. But I don't want to do that until much, much later. So actually, I'm not going to do that at all. I'm just going to let it play to the very end. So let's see if it works. And there we go. That is great adventuring music. If only I had an adventure. I should probably end the video.